If you've ever wondered why the moon is crescent-shaped like this, here is the story. One day, a mysterious creature appeared. The Japanese armies tried to immobilize that creature. But unfortunately, all of the armies were wiped out. This horrible monster with tentacles was also the culprit of the destruction of 70% of the moon, which made the moon has permanent crescent shape. The monster also plans to destroy the Earth. At the opening ceremony at Kunigigioka Junior High School, the principal gives a speech. He tells the student to study hard, especially for the third-year students, so they are not becoming like student from Class 3E. Class 3E is the collection of stupid and talentless students. They even have to study in a separate building, few kilometers away from the school's main building. The classroom is just in an abandoned old warehouse. The building is very dirty and old, hiding in a hill. The teacher is this weird yellow creature with tentacles. He explains that he was the one who destroyed part of the moon. In March of next year, he's planning to do the same thing with Earth. But until then, he's going to teach Class 3E. Kurosama, the government official from the Ministry of Defense, then explains that the student's mission is to exterminate the monster. The problem is this monster has 20 Mach speed, as he tries to attack Koro-Sensei. In order to kill him, they have to use the special bullets and knives, which are harmless to humans, but could hurt Koro-Sensei, before he heals in a few seconds. Government and Koro-Sensei made a deal, which allowed Koro-Sensei to teach Class 3E before he destroys the Earth. Meanwhile, he doesn't mind to be killed by the student during that. And anyone who succeed to kill Koro-Sensei will be awarded with 10 million yen, which made all students encouraged. During the class absence, Koro-Sensei calls the students one by one while they are trying to shoot and kill him. Even the teacher, Miss Arena, was a former professional assassin. After failed to kill Koro-Sensei, she became the English teacher for Class 3E. Kurosama always watches them as the teacher assistant. Every day, they learn how to fight, close combat as well as ranged. Nagisa is one of the students, which despite his passive and shy personality, he is very observant. All of the things he observed from Koro-Sensei, even the smallest thing, will be noted on his notes. To understand Koro-Sensei's personality and mood, Nagisa draws the color of Koro-Sensei's face in every of his mood. The first premeditated assassination attempt begins. While teaching at the class, Nagisa is approaching his teacher to submit his assignment. But he hides a knife and immediately tries to stab the teacher. It is too slow to attack Koro-Sensei, but it turns out that he also hides a bomb in his chest. While hugging Koro-Sensei, his friend detonates the bomb. But again, the plan fails as Koro-Sensei manages to dodge the explosion. Instead, he's very angry as the bomb could kill Nagisa. He threatens to kill the students' families if they try to do stupid things again. Day by day, Koro-Sensei managed to bond with the students from Class 3E. Still, he is the main target to be killed. But again, killing him is not an easy task. It is like a mission impossible for the students. In the middle of day, Akabane, a former Class A student, joins the class. He is an excellent student, but has been suspended for 2 years due to fights and violence he committed. Akabane even manages to trick Koro-Sensei the first time he meets him. Since Akabane is a special student with excellence in academics, Koro-Sensei has special ways to fix his bad attitude. Koro-Sensei humiliates him while at the same time encouraging him not to be arrogant and overconfident. After school, Nagisa approaches Akabane, who is sitting alone. While talking about his past, suddenly, Koro-Sensei appears behind him. He has great doubts about people, so he asks Koro-Sensei whether he will sacrifice his life to save one of his students. Koro-Sensei answers for sure. He then points a special gun to Koro-Sensei and jumps off from a high cliff. He gives Koro-Sensei 2 choices, to die as a teacher who tried to save his student's life, or to let his student die. All of his life, Akabane believes in one of his teachers as his role model. One day, he saw some bastards bullying a Class E student. He saved him and beat the bullies, which are Class A students. But despite supporting him, his role model teacher was angry and scolded him for beating the Class A students. The teacher didn't care at all about the Class E student, which made him disrespect teachers anymore. But despite being on the horns of a dilemma, Koro-Sensei manages to save Akabane. With the sticky tentacles, he traps him, making Akabane unable to shoot or hurt Koro-Sensei. This thing restores the image of a teacher in Akabane's mind, making him cheers up again. Day by day, Kurosama observes that the Class E students show no result in progress. He then deploys a transfer student to kill Koro-Sensei. Introducing Ritsu, an AI robot box. Ritsu was programmed to target Koro-Sensei with many advanced military weapons. During the class, she shoots with 4 Gatling guns, scaring all the students. Koro-Sensei keeps teaching while dodging all the bullets from the Gatling guns. And in the end, all the students have to clean up all the bullets. All the students are very disturbed. They have to study while hearing the annoying gunshots. Unable to bear all of that, they agree to tie Ritsu up with chains and tapes. This time, Koro-Sensei approaches Ritsu to give her some advice. He encourages the AI to collaborate with other students rather than targeting him by herself. It's funny, but Koro-Sensei gives Ritsu some dataset for her to learn. The next day, Ritsu can now show some human expressions. She even manages to create an application for her classmates in order to strengthen her friendship with the others. Now the students from Class E could accept and befriend Ritsu. One day, a little boy named Etona suddenly breaks into the classroom. He comes out of nowhere and claims that he is stronger than Koro-Sensei. Etona challenges Koro-Sensei for a duel after class. When he prepares to attack Koro-Sensei, it turns out that he also has tentacles attached to his head. Koro-Sensei immediately becomes angry and asks Etona where did he get those tentacles from. Ignoring the question, Etona directly attacks Koro-Sensei with his tentacles. The battle is fierce. Koro-Sensei gets cornered and almost killed by Etona. But in the end, Koro-Sensei manages to beat the kid with special weapons made to hurt him. Looks like it is the same tentacles as Koro-Sensei has. Etona is thrown out of the class before some guardians with white robes carry him away from the school. After school, one of the students asks Koro-Sensei what his real purpose is to be the teacher of Class 3E. It was a strange request for a monster that could easily destroy the earth in a split second. Koro-Sensei explains that the idea of being a teacher is solely to fulfill his promise to someone he knows. A promise he made to someone special for him. As a way to get closer to his students, Koro-Sensei conducts an assassination training camp. With his Mach speed, he uses his ability to teach each student individually. He revises their weakest subjects so the students could have a personalized assistant. At one night, Koro-Sensei goes to the female students' room. The girls are having a heart-to-heart chat. They force Koro-Sensei to tell them stories about his love life. However, he dodges the subject and flees. Later, Takaoka, an experienced drill inspector who is focused on PE, takes over Kurasuma's position. Their commander thinks Kurasuma has failed miserably at the assassination plan. At first, Takaoka appears to be quite upbeat and gives the students a lot of attention. But then Arina is able to learn more about Takaoka's past and discovers that he is a really aggressive and violent person. Not in a long time, his true self is revealed after he physically assaults one of the students. Kurasuma manages to stop him from doing something worse to that kid, but Takaoka challenges the student to a duel battle. Nagisa is asked to fight that obnoxious teacher by Kurasuma, because he recognizes his aptitude for assassination. It turns out to be true, Nagisa is able to take Takaoka down with poise and an unexpected move. Nagisa winning forces Takaoka to quit the school in humiliation. In chemistry class, Koro-Sensei is given a poison by one of his students, Okuda, and told to drink it. It turns out to be sodium hydroxide. But that poison only increases Koro-Sensei's potency since it stimulates his cells, rather than killing or hurting him. The students then interrupt Koro-Sensei in the middle of his session, asking him why they should study when they can assassinate him for 10 billion yen instead. Koro-Sensei then gathers all of the kids, including Iriana and Kurasuma. They gather on the field in an effort to inspire them. He argues that an assassin who is self-assured will always have a fallback option. If the kids are not the ones who murder Koro-Sensei, this backup represents the lesson they will learn for the future. He then shows off his skill to steal a lot of military equipment. He tells the kids that they must be outstanding in everything if they want to be magnificent assassins and assassinate him. Koro-Sensei promises the top students in 5 academic subjects will be given the opportunity to cut off his tentacles, which will significantly slow him down and increase the likelihood of assassinating him. The final exam is coming up soon, so he wants to encourage his students to earn excellent marks. Since then, Koro-Sensei has used his Mach speed to take each student to locations where each of them may learn certain subjects in person, giving them a first-hand experience of learning. And the time comes when the final exam's results are made public. The 3 students, Nakamura, Okuda, and Akabane succeed in receiving the top scores in English, science, and mathematics. 3 additional students manage to achieve top scores in home economics. The 6 students may have a chance to cut off Koro-Sensei's tentacles. The class agrees to the top 6 students' suggestion that the assassination be planned over the summer break. To guarantee that the assassination would be effective with the excellent plan, the students are making various preparation. The day of execution comes. They eventually succeed in binding Koro-Sensei and launch the attack. Nagisa's keen observation makes the class know Koro-Sensei's weakness, water, and convert the arena into a water park. 2 students fire their final shots as a finishing blow, which causes Koro-Sensei to abruptly explode. Koro-Sensei, however, changes into a ball, which is his absolute form in order to survive. Takaoka and his friends suddenly confront Class 3E, claiming to be the ones responsible for poisoning some of the students. Takaoka asks for Koro-Sensei in ball form in exchange for the antidote. While the other students look for a treatment for the poisoned kids, Nagisa and Akabane work together to keep Koro-Sensei safe from Atona, who is now affiliated with Takaoka. As they struggle to take down Atona, Nagisa and Akabane are powerless against him. And as was intended, an unexpected heavy rain occurs, which diminishes Atona's tentacle power. In the end of the battle, Nagisa defeats Atona by successfully severing the tentacles on Atona's head. Ritsu regrettably informs them that Takaoka has abducted a kid and is threatening to kill her. By using a phony ball to trick Takaoka, the students are able to flip the table over and punish Takaoka and his comrades with their own weapons. This is made possible by Nagisa's smart plan. Koro-Sensei is brought to the military base at the end of the movie. The government decides to carry out a public execution in front of all the students, as Koro-Sensei is vulnerable now. In front of his grieving students, and before being executed, Koro-Sensei gives his last speech. He praises his students for their excellent growth over the class of the semester. But Koro-Sensei cannot be easily killed though. He is able to escape the firing squad and again, he's free. Later he is given the permission to teach Class 3E again for a second semester. Class 3E is now the Assassination Classroom again, with a new student, Atona, which now enrolling permanently. Some monsters could be really scary. But some people could be scarier. Especially those who are supposed to teach something good to the next generation. Yes, teaching is a very heavy job as well as dangerous if done by the wrong person. Koro-Sensei might be a monster, but his mission is solely to help the kids and give them the best education possible. So what is his motive? And what promise has he made before? Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.